Hey everyone, it's Rebecca, and today I'm coming to you from my home library. And today I want to share with you what homeschool curriculum we use, Language Arts Edition. So I'm just going to be showing you some of the different things that we've used over the years, and some things that have worked for us, and some things that haven't worked as well, and what we're currently using. And I hope that it helps you on your homeschool journey. So when you're getting started, and let's say you've got a preschooler or a kindergartner, you really just want to start out by teaching them their ABCs and their letters and their sounds. And some of the ways that I've done that over the years, it's varied from child to child. But when my oldest daughter was first getting started, I just had some of these books that I would read to her pretty often, and we would go through the different letters and what things made that sound, and we would read this book over and over again when she was little. And so one of the other things that I did with all my kids was I would get some ABC flashcards, and I would teach them the letters to those, and then we would learn the sounds, and we would play fun games with them. I would sometimes lay those out in the living room and put maybe like a little treat like a Cheerio or a chocolate chip or something on them, and when they would guess the letter right, they got to eat the treat. Or we might play like a memory game or something like that, just anything to make it really fun. That's how they learn their ABCs and their sounds. And then we would also use alphabet letters on the fridge. So that's a great way you can rearrange the letters and make little words and help teach them to sound it out and things like that. And so that's one of the ways that we would first start out. And then when we kind of move on to reader books, now these come in all shapes and sizes. There's just a lot of different varieties of new readers, and I'm just going to show you some of the different things that we've used over the years. My mom had a big library of books. These are some vintage readers that I used with some of my kids, and they're just the old basic readers, and they're really fun. They start out really simple, and then they gradually add more and more words. And so my oldest daughter, I taught her to read using these, and then they go up. Each one has more and more words on it. And just having a collection of these type things, if you have several kids, it's just nice to have these type things on hand. And then we would work into some of the ones that had more like chapters and stuff. All my kids use these. These are just some other primers and readers that we have that have little fun stories in them that they worked up to. And we also use these. They're called Fun Tales, and I will link these down below if they're still available. And these just had they come with all these little tiny books, and they're so cute, and they gradually work up. Like the first one is just going to have a few words in it. And so we got Pam here, and she's got a bat, and then Pam bats, bam. And so it's just really, they can get through it quickly. It makes them feel accomplished. And each one has facts on the back of it like this about the animal in the story. And so there's this is a cab or a van. That's number 20. And so you can see it's going to have a little bit more words and stuff in it. It's going to be a little bit hard to read. And some of them are like really, they're kind of funny and stuff. So we really enjoyed those over the years. And one of the other ones that we would use is these are called Brand New Readers. I don't know if they still have the exact same ones of these that we had, but my kids really enjoyed these. The same thing, just little stories, fun little pictures. And it's funny because this is one that's about worm smells, and my kids will still quote this. And I still say, smells good, says worm. And so some of them are about worm. Some of them, there's a lot of worm ones here. There's about a little dinosaur and a monkey, and so and they had different sets of these at the time, and my kids would go through one set, then sometimes I would get them another one as a prize and things like that. So those are great resources. I know a lot of people use Bob books. I think our library even has some of those that you can check out and stuff, so that's a great resource. Another thing is it's nice to really get them like some type of workbook that has letters and sounds and phonics in it, and so you can find those. Sometimes you can just find those at the dollar store or Walmart or wherever. I've also gotten some off of christianbook.com, and I'll get like their Abeka one or just whatever. You just want to look through the language arts like for curriculum or preschool and grab them a workbook. So it can be like, it can be that simple. You know, you just grab them, have them a workbook, have them some fun little activities to do. Anything that you can do outside with young kids is usually a hit. You know, go out there and take sticks and make words out of sticks, make letters and then make words out of them. You know, anything you can do hands on is really, really good for kids when they're young, and just keep it simple and keep it fun so that they really enjoy learning. So another few things that we've used over the years are we use this spelling UC. Now I really like this. My oldest daughter did really well in it. It's like a dictation basically. They're gonna just write these sentences out for the first several days of the week. And like this one is about animals, so it's teaching them about animals. Has them circle different vowel chunks and consonant chunks, just so they are recognizing those in the words. So what you do at the end of the week is you read to them the sentences in there, and then they write it out from memory in their mind. They've been copying it all week, so it's copy work and dictation, and I think it's a great one. It comes with coloring pencils for them, and then you've got your teacher's workbook so you can read out to them, and there's like multiple levels of this. So it's a pretty good curriculum. I would say my boys didn't like it so much, but my daughter did really good with that. We've used this practical spelling, and it's a good just a basic, this is the teacher's guide, but it's your basic spelling test, and you know, spelling words, do activities through the week, and then do your spelling test at the end of the week. And this was very, very affordable. So I'll put a link to the website that comes from down below. And if you're looking for something just super affordable, these workbooks are literally like $5 or $6 or something like that. So very affordable, especially if you've got multiple kids and you just want something just super duper basic. Now we did this sequential spelling one year, and honestly, we just did not care for it. It just didn't work for our family. It's kind of repetitive, and I thought somewhat boring, and so we kind of ended up giving up on that. We just didn't care for it. It didn't work for our family. So some other things that we've used over the years are Explode the Code. It's fun little workbooks, and they just have basic little pictures, and it teaches them phonics and stuff, and that comes in a variety of grade levels. I will link that down below. My boys really did good with those, and we really liked them. Another good resource is All About Reading. We did that one year for my son, and I thought that it was a good program. I just didn't see him progressing very well in it. It comes with flashcards and then little letter tiles that you build the words on, and it can be really good for dyslexic kids and stuff. They also have All About Spelling also goes with that. I know a lot of people have used those with great success. Like I said, I just didn't feel like he was progressing. It could have just been his age at that time, so we didn't continue on with that. We also have used Easy Grammar. This is more of like the high school one. I used this growing up because I was actually homeschooled too, and it's pretty good. You know, it's just kind of your basic program, teaching them the different things about grammar. My son was struggling with it, having a hard time, so we didn't continue on with that, but it is a great program, and it comes in all different kinds of levels. We did writing strands for master books. We did a few of their different language arts stuff, and I just can't say that I love them, unfortunately, for language arts. It just didn't fit our family well and work well for us. So, you know, that's the thing about homeschooling. You try different things, see what works, and sometimes something works good for one kid and doesn't work good for another kid. And so you just kind of have to work with it, and that's the beauty of it. You can be flexible, and you can change mid-year if you need to. You can change the next year, and you can just do what works for you and your family. So last year we started using The Good and the Beautiful, and we have really loved this curriculum this year. I just feel like my kids are learning so much through it. I'm doing the 5th grade curriculum with my 7th and 5th graders. They're doing it together. And I feel like they just break this down into a lot of manageable sections. You can see here we got maps. So it also has a geography component that comes with it. There's geography flashcards that go with it. And it has art as well. So you can see here there's a spelling workshop. They have different things they're doing with spelling with them. Some days they'll work more on writing. Some days they'll do spelling. This section is going to be about art. And it just kind of keeps it mixed up so every day isn't boring. They've got sentence diagramming in there, and I can just tell that my kids have learned so much through this. So it also comes with readers that go with it, and it'll tell you each day, and they're like, okay, read this chapter this day, and then I'll sometimes have them answer questions about it or do a little bit of writing on it. And then these are the flashcards that come with it. The flashcards are for 5th through 7th grade, so it's a lot of cards, but you're going to have 3 years where they can learn them. And so this is like the language arts one, talking about prepositions, to use commas when attaching the dependent clause to an independent clause, and then it's going to have your answer on the back there for you. And then there's also within here is geography cards, and my kids have really enjoyed these so much, learning the countries and the states, and it's got the answer on the back there for you. And then it also has the art component to it. So it's got this watercolor book, and it teaches them how to do the different watercolors and stuff, and it has these already drawn out pictures where they can do the watercolors. So they've really enjoyed this year, and I just think they're learning so much through it, and it's been a great program. And then I also got their handwriting book to go with it, and so they have like handwriting stuff, and then they'll have them sometimes draw stuff down in the bottom. This one's got a little maze thing. So, like I said, I really kind of wish I had found that years ago, because I just think it's a great program. It's working really good for us this year. My son is also doing that in high school. So, I'll show you that. So, the high school comes with 10 of these different unit books, and it tells them to line out their own schedule with it, because it wants them to be doing that on their own. And you get the writing and grammar guide. This can be for all the years, all the high school years, so you don't have to rebuy that every year. And then it also has geography cards with it, and there's an art component in the back of these books. And so it just kind of gets them started and tells them what to do in the very beginning. This one is the introduction to the Just David book. It comes with literature books also. So it's telling them about that book, what's going on in it. And then it has them do different words, defining different words. So it's got vocabulary in it, parts of speech. It has them diagramming. It's teaching them about different poets. And then the back of this first one, it has them drawing a leaf. So, like I said, this has just been really good, and I think they're learning a lot through that over this year. With my oldest daughter, we did, and my son is doing this as well, we did the Knotgrass history. It also has a literature component to it that you can do as a language arts credit. And so it has books that they recommend in here to go along with your history reading, and they'll have them write different papers. So with each week, they have a project that they can do, and it usually has different topics that it wants them to write a 300 to 500 page paper on. So this will show you, it shows you the beginning of each lesson, the week, the different things. So it says right here to write 300 to 500 words on one of the following topics. And it says summarize the historical arguments in support of slavery and the arguments opposing slavery. Give your opinions on the issue, on how the issue should have been settled. Write about how being an immigrant in this time period might have affected your fears, beliefs, connections, and your family and dreams. Or it has other projects they can do as well if they don't want to do the paper. And it also teaches them how to write a research paper in here and stuff. And so we've used that also in the high school years for language arts. So really good. We really enjoyed this curriculum also for history. It has Bible in it as well, and so you can count as 3 credits. You can be a Bible, a history, and a language arts credit all in one. So a couple other of the resources that we've used these are some really fun flashcards. They're called Snap Words, and I really like them for my kids that were dyslexic, because it helps them put a picture with words that normally you don't really see a picture with, like put here. It's putting candy in the candy jar, and it tells you on the back different things you can say, like sentences that you can do, and motions you can put with these words in order to help them learn it. So like this one it says a mimic putting candy in the candy jar. Put, I will put candy in the jar. And it really helps them learn these words, and so these are great. So this is like let, will you let me play? not. You shake your head from side to side so they know it's not. That is not mine. And there's a lot of different ones of these too. You can get different sets of them. These are really good. I love to always add something kind of fun in, you know, so I try to buy something fun like a game or whatever at the beginning of the year. This is poetry tiles, and so it just has words, and these have been cut apart so you can see, but like here it says gently, here it says outside, and you can we got happy, and so you can make little sentences and put them on your refrigerator, and it can just be something fun or something silly that they can do, that they can wake up and see in the morning. So that's really good. So this is really just an overview of some of the things that we've used over the years and things that have helped us. And just like I said, don't be afraid to try something new if something's not working for you, and to figure out what works for you and your family. We've also used things like some fun websites. They did ABCO when they were little, and that has some really fun phonics games and stuff on it. They also did Reading Eggs was one that they did. That's a good program. So sometimes getting a little bit interactive like that can be really good. And also, I'm just a fan of having books around that they can read and reading to them a lot. I think it just helps so much, and it builds your relationship together as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.